Alright, so here we are taking on the central hall electric that goes from first to second floor. This light is a four-way switch, and because it is an older home, this is a balloon framed house. However, the wall that this receptacle or switch is on is not balloon framed. I got to get electric from the attic to that switch. So what we do is we go up the stairs here, and we have to get to the plate at the base of the second floor. And that's what this hole right here. I pulled the base off very carefully, cut all the paint, and now I have access to the plate in the floor right here. So I can come in here with an angle drill, bore a hole through here to get down there, and then from that we've got to go all the way up here to the attic. We come up to the attic here. As you can see, I've been doing quite a bit of electric, and I've got a ton of floorboards pulled up. That's beside the point. But right here is the hole that reaches that hole behind the baseboard. So I popped that hole in the baseboard, put a light in it, bored that hole that you see here, and once I pulled the drill out, I could see light, which told me I was in the right cavity. So all I got to do is run electric down through here, over to here, over to here, and then get it over into here, which I don't know if you can see real well. That's some of the old stuff that's still there, and that's going down to that same one of the outlets. And then I've got to take wire all the way to the basement, go across about half the basement, and come back up into a wall to get the third switch in place. I'm hoping that the wire that's there will be usable to pull new wire. The big issue with this whole circuit is that, the best I can tell, the electric is still partially knob and tube on this circuit. That is a given, but it is running horizontally through this wall right here at some elevation, I don't know which, that is putting it down to that first set of switches I showed you. And I've looked in the basement, I can't find anything. I can find a wire that goes to that box and it goes to my third switch, and that's it. But there's nothing energizing from that last switch in the attic to here. And let me open this up. Anyways, that's what it is. That's a trick for anybody that needs one, is to pull your baseboard off very carefully. And you can see that this part of the baseboard was overlapped, so it actually went back behind the adjacent baseboard in the corner. And what you do there is, I was actually able to pry from this receptacle. I could get a pry bar in here, and I can show you that quick. I'd go through the baseboard and then get between here and the baseboard, and I could pry this way, and it actually popped off. It did split right here on me. That split was partially there, so I'm going to glue that back before I put the baseboard back on. But that got the majority of the base off, and then you just take a nail set. I identified those last two nails right there and used a nail set to drive them through the face of the base so that they were no longer engaged, and then the board came right out. And you can see those holes there where I drove the nails through. Because you can't pull it away, and I wouldn't recommend cutting it. When this thing goes back in, it's not going to look the best, but it'll be pretty reasonable. The big problem is that you've got finish under the paint, so once the paint starts chipping, it just goes to town. You can see here the finish that was under there originally. It was finished. So that's why it is what it is. Anyways, that's well, that's the whole thing there, and I'm going to stop here because I'm not actually going to bore any holes or run any wire at this point. I'm just going to fix the base and put it back in, and then in a week or two I'm going to run the wire. We have company coming, so I can't do anything right now. But at least I know I have a cable path. That was the big problem. Thanks for watching.